So, you want to learn Japanese through anime, but you're not sure where to start, like which anime is actually beginner friendly and which ones are a must watch to help you learn the basics. Don't worry, I got you. After spending hours digging, watching, and maybe melting my brain just a little bit from reading so many subtitles, these are my top beginner friendly picks. And the best part, you can find them all on Netflix. Why Netflix? Because they usually provide Japanese subtitles too, which makes it super helpful to see the words while following along with the audio. I've tested each of them myself and I will share why I think they are great for learning Japanese, especially if you're just starting out. Heartflop Excel, romance meets Nihongo. Before that, if you love visual novel, story-rich, or otome games, or if you want to learn Japanese with otome games and experience some heart-fluffy romance, I suggest you to subscribe to this channel because you are in the right place. Okay, for the first anime, I had to start with this one, Kimi ni Todoke. The story follows Kuronuma Sawako, a high school girl who's often misunderstood because of her eerie appearance, as she slowly learns about friendship and love with the help of her kind classmate Kasehaya. I recommend this anime because it takes place in a school setting and the language used is super gentle. The pacing and the way they talk aren't as fast as in most anime, so it's not too overwhelming to follow along. It's also full of emotional everyday phrases like ureshi, dousho, yokatta, all paired with very clear facial expressions that make it easier to grasp their meaning through visuals. So it's literally perfect for beginners who want to get used to natural tone and intonation. Plus, seeing Sawako's effort to make friends and all those sweet, heart-melting moments with Kasehaya is just so wholesome, it will melt your heart. If you want to learn Japanese with a little touch of fantasy and magic, the next anime I recommend is Ariete. It tells the story of a tiny girl living quietly under a human house until one day she's discovered by a boy, and their secret friendship changes everything. Studio Ghibli always wins when it comes to clear pronunciation, and you'll definitely get that here too. What I love about this anime and why I recommend it for beginners is because it's really easy to follow what they are saying. The pace is calm and the context is very visual. The dialogue flows naturally while showing exactly what's happening. So even if you don't catch every single word, the visuals help you understand the meaning. The vocabulary leans more toward household items, emotions, and nature, making it a great pick for learners who want to build their day-to-day vocabulary. Plus, the clear pronunciation and clean dialogue make it even better for listening practice. For the next anime, the level is slightly higher than the previous two, but still beginner friendly, and it will leave you feeling so wholesome with all the cuteness. It's a sign of affection. The story follows Yuki, a hearing-impaired university student whose quiet world starts to change after meeting Itsuomi, a kind classmate who truly sees her for who she is. From this one simple gesture, their lives start changing day by day as they open up to each other's worlds. I think this anime is great for beginners because they use a lot of day-to-day vocabulary and the conversations are easy to follow and not too fast. Of course, Kimi ni Todoke is easier, but this one isn't that hard either, just slightly higher, but still totally enjoyable. Even though the text messages or notes aren't shown in the subtitles, which is my only tiny nitpick, the characters speak softly and clearly, and there are many relationship-focused expressions. Plus, because the theme is about communication and includes deaf culture, there are lots of clear rephrasings, which really helps you understand Japanese better. And honestly, seeing Yuki's world slowly getting bigger, her bright smile, and Itsuomi's kindness toward her, it just melts my heart so much. And if you're learning Japanese but sometimes find it hard to figure out why a sentence is structured that way or what people actually mean in daily conversations, don't worry, I got you. I've been using this app called Fluent U for a few months now, and before even mentioning it, I wanted to make sure it's really worth recommending. And honestly, it's still my favorite Japanese learning app to this day. What makes it special is that you learn through real Japanese context. It doesn't just explain the meaning of each word or grammar point, it also breaks down common and even non-literal expressions like mechakucha or nia, the kind of words you'll never find in textbooks but people actually use every day. They also have beginner courses that cover all the basics, and I highly recommend starting there first to understand how Japanese sentences work. After that, you can try their interactive quizzes to get familiar with the patterns. And they even give you tons of real examples to help things click faster. Doing immersion at first can be super challenging, right? Like you might know the vocab but not the context. Over time, you'll figure it out, but Fluent U really makes that process a lot easier and faster. Plus, they even have a browser extension you can use while watching Netflix or YouTube. You can just hover over any subtitle and it will instantly show you clear explanations and real-life examples. Japanese is such a unique language, so learning it through real cultural content like this makes a huge difference. And honestly, it's just way more fun. If you're curious how it works, check out their SpongeBob example video on YouTube. That's the one that made me go, oh, wow, this is different. And if you want to try it yourself, I left my link down below. It gives you a 14-day free trial, and if you decide to subscribe later, it also helps support my channel at no extra cost to you. Just to be clear, this isn't sponsored or anything. I just love sharing stuff that actually helps, and even if I get sponsored someday, nothing's gonna change. You know, I'll still be honest as always. Okay, let's move on to the next anime, the one that will definitely make you laugh and giggle non-stop. Tomo-chan is a girl. It follows Tomo, a tomboy who's head over heels for her childhood friend Jun. The problem is, he only sees her as one of the guys. Determined to make him see her as the girl, Tomo tries her best to show her feelings while navigating their hilarious and awkward friendship. When it comes to learning Japanese through this anime, I suggest reducing the speed to 0.75. It makes it easier to follow and less overwhelming. The vocabulary itself is beginner friendly, but the dialogues can get a little fast paced, at least for me. So that's why I suggest reducing the speed. One of the reasons I really recommend this anime is because you can learn tons of conjunctions and common expressions that appear in real cultural contexts like nia or bijo, you know what I mean, right? With Japanese, it's not just about knowing nouns or verbs, it's about understanding how they connect. That's actually one of the biggest challenges for beginners. You might know the words, but not the context. In this anime, you'll hear a lot of natural conjunctions like datte, sore nano ni, and so many casual expressions, perfect for getting used to how Japanese flows naturally. Plus, this anime is chaotic, hilarious, and just such a fun one to learn from, especially if you love lively conversations. I want to close this list with an anime that will leave you feeling all sorts of emotions. Kotaro Lives Alone. It tells the story of a 4-year-old boy named Kotaro who moves into an apartment all by himself without any parents or family around. Despite his age, he's determined to be independent and refuse help from adults. I really recommend this anime because it's filled with realistic everyday interactions with neighbors at the grocery store and through little emotional moments. So you'll get tons of natural context that feels richer than the other anime I mentioned before. It's not only beginner friendly in terms of language, but also perfect for immersive listening practice. You'll hear how people talk naturally in day-to-day life, from casual chats to emotional scenes, which makes it great for learners who want to get used to natural speech patterns. And honestly, seeing Kotaro try so hard on his own and how his neighbors care for him is just so heartwarming. as you slowly learn more about his backstory, it becomes such a beautiful, emotional experience both for your heart and your Japanese learning journey. So those are my beginner-friendly anime picks on Netflix. Each of them has its own little charm. Some are slow and soft, some a bit faster but packed with useful basics you will need. And all of them are perfect for practicing natural Japanese in context. If you have tried any of these, let me know which one helped you the most in the comments. There are still a bunch of other anime I haven't tested yet, so maybe that will be for the next one. Oh, and if kanji has ever made you want to quit learning Japanese, like it did to me once, I actually shared how I finally overcame that in another video, so check that out next. Maybe it will help you too. That's all for today's video. Happy watching and happy learning. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!